We've been on and off again and again. I don't know which way we're going, no control. You push me, then you pull me back in.
Oh guys, I've just been recording for the past 10 minutes and I wasn't recording. I am doing a video today because I'm going to show you my chicken soup recipe. It's super easy. I don't know if this video is going to be more than just chicken soup. I am making some sourdough today, 2 different types. I'm going to make some rolls for dinner tonight. The soup's going to be for dinner tonight. It's on my board, planned it already, and it's beautiful and sunny outside, but dang, it's windy and cold. My husband's taking the kids to the park and I rugged them up. They look like they're going skiing. It is so windy and cold outside. I reckon if it wasn't windy, it'd be a beautiful 20, 21 degrees Celsius in winter. But I reckon it's about 15, 16 degrees outside. That's how cold it is. I've actually put a tan on, so I've had a home day this morning. I've had someone come around and collect some things off Marketplace that we were selling. They turned up. So they're sold. So I'm gonna make some chicken soup because, well, groceries came yesterday and I need to get this sorted and I don't want to cut it up and put it into a container because I'm gonna use it. And anyway, let's just get going. Really easy chicken soup. I know you guys love my easy meals, and this one is super easy. So chicken wings, I usually buy the bulk pack. My Coles didn't have them, so they gave me the 2-pack, still the same price. I got the cheaper price out of them. They're usually like $6.99, $7 a kilo, really cheap piece of meat. When I cook my chicken soup this way, you don't need chicken stock because these bones help create the stock for you. So what I need to do is get a pot. I'm gonna change it up a bit today. I usually use my beautiful pink pot over there, but I've just scrubbed that with some cleaning because it was really badly stained in the bottom. So I'm just gonna pull out, I've had this pot forever. That's the brand there, because I do get asked a lot about these pots. My mum, she was massive on the, what is it? I'm trying to find a knife. What's the Maya? And the Maya stood out Maya 1, well, many years ago. They did, and she used to collect the points and save the points and buy presents for us kids at Christmas time. So when I moved out of home, I'm trying to do the math to when I moved out of home, 15, 16 years ago, she bought me these pots. They didn't cost her anything because she used the Maya 1 points that she got, and they literally, to this day, still look brand new, and you can still get the brand in various locations, but when people ask me, that's where I got them from. So there you go. All I'm going to do is chuck all these chicken wings into a pot. You could do this with drumsticks. I find chicken wings a bit easier because the meat is, drumsticks are more like a thicker piece of chicken in it, where I like it to be like more sort of like slimmer strands of chicken. I don't know if that makes sense. So they're in my pot. I'm gonna add water and get that on to pretty much boil and simmer away. I just put on a high temp with the water in the pot and bring it to a boil. I don't add salt, hence why I don't put in chicken stock. But if you wanted it salty, you can obviously add salt to it. But I kind of just let that boil and let the chicken poach. And I haven't done it this winter, and I think I mentioned it in another video of mine. I need to rinse those and recycle them. I'm not going to show you that side of the kitchen. I used to make my own chicken stock, veggie stock, and I haven't done it this winter. I think I've just lost a bit of motivation in this house. I think come next winter though, I'm gonna be back into it. I'm finding this winter I'm not eating soups and stews as much, and I love them. So I need to do something about that. While I'm waiting, I am going to cut up my celery. And I don't let any celery go to waste. I cut up the whole lot, and we're gonna cook it.
Give me a sign.
Now if you're like, ooh, I don't like the tops of that celery to go into my soup, that's fine. Get yourself a big freezer bag, big plastic reusable bag, and all these bits you don't like, cut them off, put them into the bag, and you can make yourself your own homemade veggie soup, veggie stock. It is great. You can reduce it right down so it's a nice concentrated stock to use with any of your cooking. I think celery is such a big waste when people throw this stuff out. There's no need to.
Oh, give me a sign. Baby, give me a sign. Just give me one more time.
I reckon I've got about 4 or 5 whole ones of these in there. This I will cut up, and then I'm gonna make a stew. I think that's gonna happen on today's video. And then I need to cut up some onion and some carrot. I thank my past self for prepping. This is just in water, so all I need to do is pull them out and cut them.
Wanna let you know I could go for this, no more tricks. We could take things slow. Say you think about it too. When the lights go out and there's no doubt that I should be with, that I should be. We've been on and off again and again. I don't know which way we're going, no control. You push me, then you pull me back in. We've been on and off again and again. I don't know which way we're going, no control.
Just given the chicken a bit of a turn. I add a little bit more water. Don't forget the water does evaporate out. When the chicken is cooked, you will know because you will try and pick a piece up and the bone will just fall out of the actual meat. So trust me, you will know. I've just got this on a medium to high heat, and I'm just gonna let it not like boil away, but slowly simmer until the chicken is ready. This has slowly been boiling away and it's ready. The chicken is really soft. Like I pick it up and I can just get bits of chicken coming off of the bones. So I know it's ready. See how that can just, I'm not even really attempting to pull it off. So that I know is the chicken's nice and soft, it's done. What I need to do now is get a bowl and transfer all of the bones into a bowl.
On a run from my given disaster.
And then set this aside to cool down the chicken wings. While you've got that water slowly simmering without splattering and burning yourself, put in your carrot, onion and celery mix.
That's where I never thought it would matter.
I like it so it's kind of like just covering all the veggies, and then just let that slowly simmer. You'll see with mine, I actually like to cut mine fairly thick. And the reason for that is when it cooks down, you don't want it going like mushy unless you want it to. I used to cut them like really small little bits, but now I find cutting them slightly on the bigger, chunkier side still gives me some nice texture with my soup. Younger kids, I definitely made them really, really small, but for more of a thicker, more dense soup, not like a watery soup, I guess is what I'm saying, I cut them thicker. Okay, pretty boring step now. What we're gonna do is pull all the meat off the chicken, put it into another bowl, and then pour it back into the pot. If you don't want the skin in your soup, don't put it in the chicken meat to put back on.
Keep on driving and driving along the road tonight. Lost my head over my back between the jars and bottle jack. Just me and all the red lights. Keep on driving and driving.
Now I just pour the chicken in and I turn the pot off because everything now is technically cooked. You could serve it up now. You'll probably need to add some salt and pepper to taste, or some chili. If you wanted it more liquidy, you'd add more water in and just let it simmer for a bit. But there is a big pot of chicken soup. So guys, I'm keeping it going. I'm going to do a What am I gonna do? What am I cooking? A stew. I'm gonna do a stew. So I've got 500 grams of diced beef. I've had this beef sitting in my freezer for a very long time. I bought this from the farm, the Maranoa farm, where we usually buy our red meat from directly. I'm gonna get that on to cook and get some veggies cut up. So once that beef has browned off and I'm happy with it, I'm gonna add in pretty much again the rest of that celery I had, some carrot. Did I cut up an onion? No, I didn't. I'm gonna put an onion in as well. And then I've just gone through my freezer and I've taken out my tomatoes. Yes, I freeze tomatoes. When tomatoes are starting to go bad, they're too soft and you think, I've got to throw them out. Don't. Freeze them. And then I use these as a replacement for tin tomatoes. If you find that when you cook with the tomatoes, they come out too acidic, you can add a little bit of sugar to off balance it. But I'm trying to empty my freezer out, so perfect. All these tomatoes will go in as well.
In the heat from a hot California, I forgot how you look like in rain. I swear I never thought it would matter.
Alright, I just raided my fridge and found some salsa. So I'm going to stick that in. Sometimes I put chutneys into them. Whatever you've got, tomato paste, more tin tomatoes. I just love going through my fridge and using things up that are half empty. So I've got some tomato salsa in this stew today. Now I don't add any stock or thickener to my stews. I just let it slowly simmer down, and you can probably see that it's actually turned out quite nice and thick. If you wanted to add thickener, you could do corn flour with a bit of water or like a gravy mix and stir it through, but that is dinner probably for next week.
On repeat like it will be my fate.